glyph is a specific form of a character. For example, in certain fonts, the capital letter A is available in several forms, such as swash and small cap. You can use the Glyphs panel to locate any glyph in a font. Opentype fonts, such as Adobe Caslon Pro, provide multiple glyphs for many standard characters. Use the Glyphs panel when you want to insert these alternate glyphs in your document. You can also use the Glyphs panel to view and insert Opentype attributes such as ornaments, swashes, functions, and ligatures. The Glyphs panel borrows through an entire character set of a selected font, revealing an extended list of available characters you can use. The Glyphs panel borrows from an entire character set of selected font, revealing an extended list of available characters you can use, which are not readily available on the keyboard. Just click in a text box, then double-click on a glyph to insert it at the cursor's location. Let's look at the panel explained in detail. I open the Glyphs panel by choosing Type, Glyphs, or on Windows, Window, Type, and Tables, Glyphs. I'm going to pull my Glyphs panel out of my custom workspace, and I'm going to resize the Glyphs panel by dragging the lower right corner to make it a little larger, as I'm going to be using it for a while. To change the Glyph panel's view, I click the Cycle widget, which is located to the left of the word Glyphs on the Glyphs panel. Clicking the widget presents these views in succession: the Collapse panel, the entire panel, and the panel without recently used glyphs. Click the Zoom In and the Zoom Out button on the lower right corner of the Glyphs panel. This will give you a better view of the actual glyphs. I can determine which glyphs appear on the Glyphs panel by choosing Entire Font to display all glyphs available in the font. For example, punctuation displays only punctuation glyphs. Math Symbols narrows the choices to mathematical symbols. I'm going to choose Entire Font to see all of my glyphs for now. When you bring up the window, it automatically displays your typefaces here, which you can change if you'd like. You can also choose bold, italic, etc. Recently used glyphs are very useful since most of the time you repeatedly need only a limited number of glyphs. They will be displayed here in my recently used. Hovering a glyph shows more info about the character and its coding. When a character includes alternate glyphs, it appears in the Glyphs panel with a triangle icon in the lower right corner. You can click and hold the character in the Glyphs panel to display a pop-up menu of the alternate glyphs. Using the Type tool, select a character in your document. Double-click a glyph in the Glyphs panel to replace the selected character. Opentype fonts will work with nearly any application on any modern operating system, but when you use a truly Opentype savvy application, the format's power is unlocked. InDesign provides easy access to typographic features, so you can convert figures in lowercase to true small caps without changing the font. Many features kick in automatically, like ligature substitution. As these transformations are made, the raw text stays untouched. You can spell check or paste the text into other applications, and the original copy's integrity is maintained. If I want to change this Minion Pro capitalized alphabet into small caps, I can select it and choose Opentype from my character panels option and choose all small caps. And I can do the same for this small caps alphabet if I want it capitalized. Notice how with certain fonts all Opentype options are not available. With Adobe Garamond Pro, the all caps options is in brackets, indicating that this feature is not available with this font. Fractions are converted into a fraction character when fractions are available. Let's try creating a couple fractions using the Adobe Garamond Pro font and see how they turn out. I'm going to select the text I want converted to fractions. This 1/2, 1/3, 2/3, 5/8, 3/4. Then I choose Opentype from the character panel menu and I select fractions. That works pretty well, and it saved me a lot of time. Let's try the same thing with these ordinals, like this 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 123rd, 501st. Not bad. In the past, fractions and ordinals were tedious and time-consuming to create, but with Opentype, we can create them in seconds. What are ligatures? Ligatures are pairs of 2 or 3 letters joined together in a unique shape. Most common ligatures start with the letter F. FI, FL, FF, FT, FB, FH, FK, FFI, FFL. It is recommended you always use Opentype ligatures whenever they are available in your selected typeface. By default, ligatures are turned on, but let's take a look at this list of words when I turn ligatures off. I'll zoom in here, select the words, and then turn off my ligatures. See how some of the letters, usually connected to the F, separate slightly? InDesign can automatically insert ligatures when they are available in a given font. The characters that InDesign uses when the ligature option is selected appears and prints as ligatures, and do not cause the spell checker to flag a word erroneously. With Opentype fonts, when you choose ligatures from the Character Panel menu or Control Panel menu, InDesign produces any standard ligature defined in the font, as determined by the font designer. However, some fonts include more ornate, optional ligatures, which can be produced when you choose the Discretionary Ligatures command. Let's take a look at the Discretionary Ligatures. These characters are not for everyday use, but perfect for special occasions. Next time you're working on something fancy like a wedding invitation, Discretionary Ligatures might be just the extra seasoning you need. Using Minion Pro, let's see what Discretionary Ligatures do to these words. Pretty neat, eh? Using typography as a design element is a very large part of graphic design. Using Opentype Ligatures and Glyphs, one can create design with a single letter, a word, sentence, or even complete body of text.